So guys, we will start with the introduction of treasury management, or the majorly basically the concept is integrated treasury, process of globalization, evolving role of treasury in center as a profit center, organization for treasury. That means that front office, mid office, and back office, right? I hope everybody know about the treasury things. Right? So treasury management, which is again nowadays is very important one for the to maintain the overall profitability for the bank itself. And integrated treasury is something like we have interlink among these different financial markets, like money market, capital market, or debt market and all, okay, or forex market. So let's say if we have any arbitrage opportunity, or else if we have to go for any sort of hedging and all, we generally use treasury management. There are some banks, they have treasury as a most of the public sector bank, they generally treat treasury as a department business. But there are some organizations, especially foreign banks and some private banks, they generally have a separate branch for the treasury itself, right? So that generally comes under this one. So treasury function was confined with the management of and maintaining of adequate cash balances to meet day-to-day requirement. That means liquidity management is done by this one. And even the management of CRR and SLR is also taken care by the treasury management itself. Deploying surplus fund generated from the operations and sourcing funds to bridge the occasional gap in cash flows or any sort of liquidity or ALM mismatch. Let's say if we have surplus money, let's say our receivable is scheduled for first and our payable are on 15. So we have that money for 14 days. So what treasury department generally do? They generally invest those particular amounts in the different securities, like they use call money or the money markets instruments or the securities market instrument or the forex market instrument. So for 14 days, we do have some sort of opportunity cost which opportunity cost with that particular money. So we generally that they generally using that particular money for the overall profit maximization. And sometimes we have vice versa cases, like let's say our schedule payment is for first and your receivables, there are some delays and all, and that is for the 14. So like there is a gap of 14 days. So what we will do, we'll borrow money from the money market or we'll use some other market money, the money things, and we generally use that particular one for the fund management and all. Okay? So that these entire things are generally taken care by the treasury, and that generally comes under the आपका integrated treasury itself. Okay? So integrated treasury in banking setup refer to integration of money market, means when you'll come to the money market, treasury products. So they include money market product like call money, notice, term money, or the other instruments of money market like LAF and others. Okay? So we have securities market, that means आपका debt market and the capital market. Okay? So equities and debt both. Foreign exchange आपका foreign forex operation. So there is a sync between all these or among these different markets. So basically what we are doing, we are raising money from one market and we are lending in another market for the to increase the overall profitability for the bank, or even like we can say to help bank to generate more and more profit in this particular case as well. So that is generally comes under from this one. So these are some major driving forces for treasury management. Integrated cash management, like as I gave you an example of ALM gap and all. Interest arbitrage, if we do have some sort of arbitrage opportunities to encash those particular one for the to maximize the profitability of bank. Access global resources आपका, ठीक है, making position in forex, or as well as to facilitate our clients or even as a proprietary position. Corporate demands for high-end services. Risk management, this is again a very primary function. Meeting reserve requirement like CRR and SLR. Global cash management on behalf of bank. And efficient merchant services, which include foreign exchange and advisory services. So these are some core areas or core functions which generally get performed by the your treasury departments in the bank. Okay, Mahesh Sir, very good evening. So if it comes to the integration, so we have integration of forward forex market, money market, securities market. Apart from this, risk management is a core function, and assisting bank in managing asset liability mismatch आपका, ठीक है. So these are the core functions which generally get performed by the treasury departments, and they generally manage these particular things with the help of integration itself. Okay, so they generally integration. I hope you understood the meaning of an integration, आपका, how it generally work आपका. So if it comes to the core function, if you summarize all these functions, so these are the three core functions. One is liquidity management, another one is proprietary position, and third one is आपका risk management. ठीक है. So liquidity management, as I gave you an example of ALM, asset liability mismatch. If there is any आपका mismatch, it is positive side और आपका negative side. ठीक है. If it is negative side means your payable schedules before then your receivables. ठीक है. So वहां पे हम इसको यूज करेंगे. और positive side is like, let's say your payable on 15th and your receivables are on 1st. So we have 14 days, so we can utilize that particular money and we can generate some sort of interest. Proprietary position means bank owned position in the derivatives or equity, forex or any other market आपका, ठीक है. And risk management आपका, where we generally do some sort of hedging or to manage liquidity risk, to manage market risk, or the different type of risk, they generally get managed through this particular one. Correct है. Jagruti ma'am, today's session is basically a concept summary class. From tomorrow onwards, we will be practicing module wise. Again, module A we have already done. Module B we will do tomorrow. Okay, and from tomorrow onwards, only we'll do live session for the case studies and MCQs, module wise revision. Okay. There are I have, if you are comfortable in Hindi and bilingual, so I have already provided you detailed summary session for all the 4 modules, so you can watch those particular one along with 2 different set of questions. Okay. There are few people, those who are only comfortable in English language, so we are doing this revision. Module A and B is already done. C we are doing today, and D I will be providing one recording session because now we do not have that much of time. Okay. So we will be doing maximum things around the case studies, आपका application based question and others. That module revision similar to this which we have done, that is module A आपका, ठीक है. संतोष sir, very good evening. चलो, so जागृति मैम, you got your answer, ठीक है. So if you are comfortable in Hindi language or bilingual itself, ठीक है, so I'll highly recommend the previous sessions. Previous means which I have uploaded 2 months or 3 months ago. ठीक है, you can stick to those particular one, and let's say, or else if you are following that BFM restart series also, and if you have done that particular series, that is more than sufficient. So I'll not suggest कि आप यहाँ पे भी इसको भी देखो and others. No, that is not required. ठीक है, आप उस पे रहिए, or you can practice mock. One mock 100 question is already there, and one another mock आपका mixed set of question, that is also there, and one another mock for module A is all 3 mocks. They are live. Okay, so you can practice or you can revise through those particular one. So globalization, okay, the another aspect आपका. Now see, the role or the importance of this treasury got increased due to globalization. Globalization, interaction of, like nowadays, individuals as well as corporate houses, they have some sort of global aspirations. Okay. They do trades आपका, or they do like deals in the foreign countries or the foreign currencies. So that increase the role, or that increase or enhance the role of our treasury departments. That if we are doing some sort of cross-border transactions, or we are dealing in multiple currencies and also, so there is involvement of treasury, and even there are number of people or investors, they generally use they used to do that forex trading and all. So we generally facilitate those particular one with this particular one. Okay. That is 10 p.m. only. Okay. From tomorrow onwards, every day 10 p.m. आपका MCQs and case studies marathon. Ma'am, you can see the schedule also. I have already uploaded. Okay. So globalization, which refer interaction between domestic and this, we all know. Okay. Portfolio investment, these are the key factors who generally involve treasury in that particular, where bank treasury is involved. Okay. Foreign investor investing in domestic equity and debt market. Direct investment like FDI and others, they are generally part of this particular one. External commercial borrowings are done by the Indian companies. Issue of equity and debt in global market like ADR, GDR, IDR and all. Okay. Mergers and acquisitions आपका, ठीक है, involving domestic and foreign entities, and payment for technology transfer, royalties, financial services, etc. So these are some like kind of outcome of the globalization, and these things or like these transactions directly or indirectly managed by the treasury itself. So yeah, that is generally part of this particular one. Okay. So globalization of treasury, when it comes to the globalization of treasury. Okay. So the treasury, sorry, it should be organization of treasury. My bad. Okay. So we have discussed earlier also. Okay. So we have three areas. Aapka. One is aapka dealing room, which is front office, and another one is back office, and third one is आपका mid office. ठीक है. So it should be आपका like this 1, 2 and 3. ठीक है. So front office, which is generally responsible for the deal executions and all, or trade execution and all. ठीक है. Mid office, which is generally responsible for MIS and risk management, and back office is generally responsible for the overall administration, as the core function is settlements or one-to-one settlements, or settlements means आपका like reconciliation settlements. These are generally the work or the overall administration of the activities that is generally done by this particular one. Okay. Can we get a recorded marathon in my account? Girija, yes, in which account you are asking? Can you please explain me? I actually I'm not getting that particular one for this session or for the previous one. If you are asking for the previous one, and if you are part of any course, आपका sir, so sorry, Girija sir, if you are asking for any course, I have already uploaded in that one. If you are asking specifically about this particular session, no worries. If you are going for this year, I can update this particular one. No issues with that particular one. Just please do mention about the course and all. So I'll be able to find out that particular one, and I'll be able to upload that particular one also. Okay. So I hope everybody knows about these particular one. So there are some question around this one. Okay. You can expect half marks or 1 marks question based on this particular one also. Okay. So the role and responsibilities of different offices in our treasury management. ठीक है. ये any doubt on this particular? I guess this we have discussed earlier also in detail, the role and responsibilities in others. So this is the entire dealing room framework. We have chief risk officer, and we have general manager CTO. We have chief dealers for the different one. So we have money market, forex and securities, and their responsibilities are. A large Indian commercial bank has adopted an integrated treasury model. The bank has the following activities planned over a given financial quarter. Okay? So then we have to match this one. Which of the following pair correctly map the described activities A to E to their corresponding integrated treasury functions? So please quickly study these particular one, quickly read these particular one. Okay? So first आपका at place short term surplus fund in rupee denominated commercial paper, but decide to shift this into a overnight lending in USD in global interbank market to take advantages of higher yield. Okay, so what will be your correct answer for this one? Short term surplus funds in rupee denominated this, but decide to shift this into the overnight this particular one. So it is basically it is an option of आपका interest arbitrage. It is आपका arbitrage opportunity. Arbitrage opportunity which we are encashing in this. It source 50 million US dollar through ECB for an Indian corporate client. Swap the fund into INR and place them in government securities of medium term maturity. Medium term maturity. So what will be your correct answer for this one? The 50 million ECB आपका. ठीक है. So and thus, so it is a part of आपका basically global resources. Global resources, it will categorize under the global resource. Third one, the bank corporate client requests a solution to hedge its US dollar receivables from export over the next 6 months, seeking protection against currency. A bank, बैंक कॉर्पोरेट क्लाइंट रिक्वेस्ट फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन, ठीक है। तो ऑप्शंस देखने पड़ेंगे थोड़ा सा। ग्लोबल कैश मैनेजमेंट नो, क्लाइंट, हाँ, इट मर्चेंट सर्विसेज, इट विल बी आपका मर्चेंट सर्विसेज, ठीक है। तो दिस इज योर मर्चेंट सर्विसेज, ठीक है, मर्चेंट सर्विसेज, इट कम्स अंडर द मर्चेंट सर्विसेज. The bank purchase interest rate future and swap to protect its own medium-term proprietary position, medium-term securities portfolio from anticipated upward movements in the domestic interest rate. ठीक है. So the bank purchase interest rate swap for this particular one. ठीक है. So it is a proprietary trading position. ठीक है. यहाँ पे कहीं पे तो लिखा था proprietary trading position. So it is a proprietary trading position. ठीक है. So basically they are maintaining their own area आपका. ठीक है. The treasury receive a mandate. Sorry, कहाँ गया? The treasury receive a mandate from senior management to monitor liquidity gap in 1 year and 3 year time bucket due to rising concern over the balance sheet mismatch. So it is ALM आपका. It is a role of ALM. So it is a role of ALM. ठीक है. अब बताओ क्या कौन सा फिट बैठ रहा है. ठीक है. हमें स्टार्ट करना है आर्बिट्राज के साथ. ठीक है. So efficient merchant, proprietary position, access to global market, interest arbitrage. पहला D आपका. ठीक है. दूसरा is global resources. हाँ, this is also correct. Efficient merchant services आपका. ठीक है. Then proprietary position and आपका asset liability management. That means option D will be right answer for this one. हाँ, very good संतोष sir, awesome. ठीक है. So D will be right answer for them. Understood ना? ठीक है. So basically it is all about the integration of treasury, the role of treasury in different markets and their positions and according to their आपका activities. चलो बताओ अगला question guys, next one. So next question on your screen, please quickly go through the question. अगला question भी भारी भरकम है थोड़ा. Which of the following statement accurately reflect a regulatory or operational aspect of Alpha Tech activities? That means an Indian company, Alpha Tech Limited, is planning to expand its operation globally. It has recently reviewed portfolio investments from US based hedge fund and is also in talk with the Japanese conglomerate for setting up a joint venture in India. In addition, Alpha Tech plan to issue corporate bond in European market and is considering a merger with Singapore-based tech firm. The company also receive royalty income from a software license agreement with a German partner. These transactions are routed through its bank treasury division. Recently, the RBI issued revised guidelines for transaction through the recognized stock exchange and electronic trading platform. Meanwhile, Alpha Tech is using rupee interest rate swap and credit default swap to hedge exposure on the bond issuance. The company has no overseas branches but deals heavily in foreign currency. Okay? So now, based on this particular one, we have to find out the regulatory or operational aspect relevant to Alpha Tech company. Okay? Alpha Tech company's activities. So what will be your correct answer for this one? So portfolio investment by US hedge fund are considered current account flow? No, they are not. First of all, they are generally capital accounts. And subject to FEMA sectorial limit. So कहाँ पे था आपका US based hedge fund also talk with the recently received portfolio investment from a US. So that is not a current account first of all. FEMA के हिसाब से this is wrong. The joint venture with the Japanese firm qualify as the foreign direct investment and may be routed under automatic or approval route depending on the sector. 100% true. Then next one is issuing a corporate bond in Europe constitute an external commercial borrowing and is regulated by RBI. True. Alpha Tech is use of rupee derivative. Alpha Tech use of rupee derivative and CDS for hedging is not permitted as it lack overseas branches. No, they can. It is permitted. आपका it is it they can go with the some other route also to other branches and all. authorized dealer basically. Royalty income from Germany is categorized under capital account flows and cannot be freely, no, royalty income, it account type, it should be capital only, but it can be freely repatriated. Basically this is a foreign income, so it can be it is generally आपका repatriated, it can be repatriated. That means B and C. आपका B, option B will be right answer for this one. ठीक है? Why no one answering this one? B should be right answer. So portfolio investment is a capital account transaction, not the current one first. And the statement 4 is even bank without overseas branches, they can go with this particular one. And royalty payments and this, they are generally comes in the current and generally freely repatriable under the liberalized rules also. Okay? So that is the one. Next one, guys. Which of the following statement are true with the context of globalization and its impact on treasury operation? Globalization, this we have discussed. Specifically हमने ये सारे points आपका पढ़े हुए हैं, ठीक है? So अगर आप लोगों ने देखे होंगे तो आसानी से आंसर कर पाएंगे. Quickly guys, ठीक है? What will be your correct answer? So free capital flow enhance exchange of technology, managerial resources in emerging market like India. True. All capital account transaction are permitted under automatic route without RBI. नहीं ऐसा कोई जरूरी नहीं है. There are few where we need RBI approval also. Domestic interest rate are influenced by global capital flows trend impacting treasury operations. It can be. Full capital account convertibility has been implemented in India to facilitate seamless cross borders investments. आपका ठीक है. Full full capital account convertibility it is implemented in India to facilitate seamless cross-border investment. No, this is आपका doubtful or it should be wrong. Treasury operation have widened with the product like swap, options, CDS and all. This is true. Okay? So 135. Option C should be right answer for this one. Statement 4. India has not adopted full capital account convertibility yet. Only partial convertibility is permitted in case of India itself, right? Chalo. Agla question, guys. Next question on your screen. Please quickly go through the question and try to answer this one. So, Bank Alpha has integrated its treasury operation and shifted from a service center model to a profit center. Its treasury head is exploring various strategies for enhancing our return without significantly increasing the capital allocations. Consider the following action being proposed. Borrowing in US dollar at 2%, lending in Indian market at 6%, interest arbitrage option basically आपका, ठीक है. So first one आपका selling USD to importer using currency bought from the exporter. Okay. Investing short term in commercial paper using a fund borrowed overnight. Holding an open position in euro expecting a rise in exchange rate overnight. Purchasing government securities and selling the same on the WDM after yield drop. Okay. So which of the above action are indicative of treasury operation undertaken primarily for profit generation rather than the liquidity or compliance? Okay, so the core agenda behind the profit generation. Okay, so option A आपका arbitrage profit generation. Okay, selling USD to importer using currency bought from the exporter. No, this will not come आपका. Okay, this is kind of a hedging. Investing short term in commercial paper using fund borrowed overnight. Again, this can be आपका, ठीक है. Then आपका holding an open position in euro expecting a rise आपका obviously yes, ठीक है. And then next one is purchasing government security and selling the same on WDM after yield drops आपका. This is also correct. ठीक है. Yes, yeah, true. ठीक है. So what will be correct answer? 1 A B D E. A B, no. ए बी, हाँ ऑप्शन बी शुड बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस वन, ठीक है, एज अ प्रॉफिट सेंटर, ठीक है, एज अ प्रॉफिट सेंटर दिस कैन बी कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन, राइट. So these are B is a regular forex merchant transaction, service oriented, not the speculative. Others आपका A, C, D, E, they are generally part of the basically where like first interest arbitrage, short term arbitrage, speculative trading and government securities trading आपका, ठीक है. Next one guys, next question on your screen, please quickly go through the question. Identify which of the following statement are true regarding the evolving role of treasury in banks, ठीक है, role of treasury in bank, ठीक है. So what will be your right answer? Do not give up, हाँ कोशिश करते रहिए, बिल्कुल होगा, हमारा जीत होगा, ठीक है. Everyone guys, अभी सोना भी नहीं है, it's 12, it's how much, 11:48 only, ठीक है, at least till 12:30 we can do it, right. We have to cover max to max, so if we'll be able to finish this by tomorrow, so day after tomorrow we'll be having one doubt session, case studies and others, ठीक है, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हम वहाँ पे यूटिलाइज करेंगे चीज़ों को. तो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट आपका ट्रू रिगार्डिंग इवॉल्विंग रोल ऑफ ट्रेजरी. Treasury profit are attractive as they often arise from market that carry minimal risk and require high capital allocation. So what do you say about this particular one? It's a simple rule. If lower the risk, lower the return, higher the risk, higher the return. And treasury which generally make position on the like mostly on arbitrage areas, and even if we are using leverage, so that depend on the area also, so we'll not go for this one. Bank typically maintains significant overnight open position in foreign currency to maximize gain. Bank typically maintain significant overnight position in foreign currency, so risk is involved in this particular case, okay. So basically in general, also in general practices, we always try to minimize the position, not maximize. Reason, because during that period there can be any sort of fluctuations and all, so that will there will be some sort of risk involved in this one. Treasury can generate arbitrage profit by borrowing in one market, lending in another market. True. Money market activity in treasury become more profit oriented after the introduction of transfer pricing. Investment in government securities is no longer confined to SLR compliances, but it also a source of trading income. Yes, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 3, 4, 5. Yes, D should be right answer for this one. So low risk is equal to low risk capital allocation. This make this a statement wrong. And bank try to minimize open position to avoid exchange rate risk. Next one. Which of the following statement are correct in the context of derivative and structured product offering by treasury? Derivative and structured product offering by treasury, and you have to find out the correct answer. So forward rate agreements are offered to lock in future interest rate for corporate debt or issued. Issue treasury earn margin on structured products by charging a premium over interbank market. Yes. RBI permit bank to short sell? No. Short sell is not allowed. Short selling is, let's say you do not have any open position, you are just entering market by selling, and that is basically not allowed by RBI. So or RBI do not encourage that kind of practices. So 1 and 2 means option A should be right answer for this one. Correct? Option A. Yes. So RBI does not permit short selling of equities by bank. It is not allowed by bank RBI itself. Next one. XYZ Bank has organized its treasury as a specialized branch. It operate in foreign exchange market, participate directly in clearing and settlement system, and has dedicated ALM desk and equity dealers. Recently, the bank faced reputational issues due to delayed settlement of large foreign exchange deal. Despite accurate execution by the front office, an internal audit revealed that both the dealer and the back office reported to the same manager, and the confirmation with the counterparty has discrepancies. The audit also observed that mid office report were ignored by ELCO for the past quarter as well. So that means they are in problem. They are doing something wrong with the overall management or the office of the treasury, front office, mid office, back office. So based on the case above, which of the following statement best identify the core compliance and organizational failure at XYZ banks? चलो बताओ क्या होगा आंसर. This you have to answer. बताओ आप लोग आंसर करेंगे इसको. This is my energy drink also. ठीक है. Iced. It's iced tea. So it's very. It keep me on. बताओ दोस्तों क्या होगा आंसर आपका. ठीक है. What will be your right answer for this one? क्या होने वाला आंसर? So treasury should not operate as specialized branch. No, they can आपका it can be. ठीक है. ऐसा कोई जरूरी नहीं है. The delayed settlement was caused by failure in front office execution, which is no. They have executed on timely basis. This is also wrong. The breach of reporting hierarchy between front and back office. Yes, there is. And lack of mid office oversight and indicate serious structural violation. 100% true. ALCO involvement in is optional. No, it is आपका in mid office reporting and all. No, this is wrong. So C should be right answer for this particular one. Correct है? Yes. Very good, Santosh sir, Rukmani ma'am. Very good. Nice. चलो अगला. Next one. Which of the following statement are true regarding the role of various division within a bank treasury? Basically, front office, mid office, and securities dealers and investment departments. Okay? So, front office, mid office, back office, and investment department. So, this is the overall hierarchy which we have discussed earlier also. बताओ क्या होगा correct answer? What will be your right answer? The dealing room is responsible for deal execution and settlement. You know, they are not responsible for this one. They only for the execution. Okay, buy sell. Back office confirm deal independently with counterparties. True, and maintain book of accounts. Okay. Uh, Back office confirm deal independently with the counterparties and maintain book of account. Statement 2 is right. There is no problem with the statement 2. 100% correct आपका. So there is no issue. Mid office monitor adherence to stop loss limit and report mark to risk management. The securities dealer is involved in both primary and secondary market. No, they are only involved in primary. Okay? Securities dealer are involved in only in primary, I guess. Okay? Not in the both. आपका. They involve in both. Primary securities dealers are involved in. Okay, I'm doubtful about this. I'll not go for this. Investment department handle primary issue and require credit risk appraisals approvals. True. Yes. So 235. 235 means option A should be right answer for this one. Correct hai? Santosh sir, about this. Securities, they should be not in both आपका, only in secondary market should be, sorry, they should be in secondary market only, right? So first one was incorrect. The dealing room, front office only execute deal आपका. Fourth one is securities dealers focus on secondary market. Your primary market participation is handled by the investment department. So yeah, this was the one, because see here we got the hint also basically from this one. Chalo, next one.